This is a featured UK Talk Radio Top Business.
Welcome to UK Talk Radio with the music you love and the chat you enjoy. Great to have your company. Here on UK Talk Radio we often talk self-improvement and self-help and various therapies, including hypnotherapy. Now, let's chat again to Lynn Mitcham, who's our resident hypnotherapist for the Dorset area of the UK. Welcome again, Lynn.
Thank you. It's nice to be here again.
And you've been busy since you've been back from holiday. You were helping some people yesterday, actually, in your practice with anxiety, weren't you?
That's right. Yes. I saw 3 people yesterday, all with anxiety,
Yes.
which is very common. Very common.
Yes.
And the first lady I saw, in fact, was so anxious that I wasn't even sure I'd be able to work with her.
Which is unusual for you, isn't it?
Yes,
You have to say that.
Yeah, but she was very anxious, very stressed, very tense too. But yes, I managed to take her into trance, and she relaxed. And she'd also been suffering from pain because she was so tense, and the pain eased as well.
Yes.
And she went away much more relaxed, much happier. And that was just an initial assessment session.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to working further with her and helping her more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was actually causing herself physical pain with the way she was thinking.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Her nerves.
Pain. Pain. Tension creates pain.
Yeah.
And
You've been in practice for 2 or 3 years now. That must have been such a boost to you as well, to see that you could make such a drastic difference in such a short space of time.
Yeah. It's good, and it's nice that it can do it.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Lynn, we've got a couple of press articles that I've found, and I'd be interested to see what your reaction is. One of them was actually on the BT website, and it was asking, could hypnosis get rid of my sugar addiction? And a lady here's, she went to a hypnotherapist about this. She'd never done it before, and in a moment we'll talk about how she found it and what the result was. But first of all, do you think sugar addiction is one thing that you could help with?
Yes, certainly. Results will vary from person to person, but hypnotherapy can help with addictions of any kind. And a sugar addiction is where you have cravings for sugar. And hypnotherapy can help in many ways. It's not going to be an overnight thing, because probably the addiction has built up over a number of years, probably very many years. But certainly, yes, with most people, you'd be able to help reduce that craving and help them to eat more healthily.
Or maybe help them with self-control.
Yes, yeah.
So when they do get the cravings, they're not so, they can actually...
That's right, yes, yeah.
Resist them and deal with them.
And also look at what's triggering these cravings, or what was the original trigger even, and then perhaps work on that as well.
Well, the result was, she went into it with an open mind, but she didn't particularly believe or disbelieve. She went in with an open mind. She only had one session, and so 30 to 40 minutes, and she said she still got the cravings, which is annoying, but she feels more able now to deal with them. Her thinking has slightly changed. Yes,
that's good to know.
And the second article I found, Lynn, is about the NHS, and the item is actually in Net Doctor. It says, does hypnotherapy actually work? And it says, it's hailed as a super quick, painless way to cure your addictions by some, but by others a waste of time and money. So it asks what's the truth behind hypnotherapy, and it also says the NHS is starting to latch onto it and take it more seriously.
Yes, yeah, that's good to hear, because they have been a bit slow at accepting it. It's a complementary therapy.
Yes.
For some addictions, you may find that you need other forms of therapy as well. And hypnotherapy will just be one part of your treatment package, if you like.
Yes.
And like most therapies, and even with some drugs for that matter, they will work with some people, they won't work with others. But overall, hypnotherapy is very effective, and it certainly is worth doing.
Why is it still a complementary therapy as opposed to something conventional. Why is that still the case? Why would we think that way?
I think
That's
it's
a good question,
because
isn't
there hasn't been a lot of research, particularly in this country. They tend to do more research in America.
Right.
So it's very difficult to
surprising.
prove how effective it is. Without the research and done properly and scientifically and in controlled conditions, then it's very difficult to prove. And when it's something to do with the mind too, there are so many other things that might influence a person. So it's actually really difficult to judge how effective the hypnotherapy has been. And many people will do other things. For example, quite a few of my weight loss clients, yes, they come to me for hypnotherapy, but when I talk to them, I discover perhaps they're also going to one of the weight loss clubs in the local area. They might be doing something else as well. And so at the end of the day, hopefully it's accumulation of everything that's helping them to lose their weight. But from a scientific point of view, you can't actually point at it and say, oh yes, that one thing actually helped them to lose the weight. And that, I think, is why the medical profession in particular have been a bit hesitant, shall we say, to accept it.
But it is changing now, isn't it?
It is changing, yes. Yeah. In fact, there are even doctors who learn hypnotherapy to use themselves.
Really, that's great news.
And they are allowed to refer patients now for hypnotherapy. NICE have said that they can refer. But having said that, it's still not available, as far as I'm aware, on the NHS. It still has to be paid for, the therapy.
Times are changing, aren't they?
They are, yes. Yeah.
And just to recap once again, just in a nutshell, what is hypnotherapy and how does it work?
Hypnotherapy is one of the talking therapies, and your therapist will help you to go into a trance state, which is a completely natural relaxation state. And then while you're in that trance state, your conscious mind wanders off, if you like, and the therapist is able to communicate directly with your subconscious mind, and that's generally where the changes need to be made. The therapist can't make the changes for you, but can help you to make those changes.
I even saw one article where somebody was asking, can hypnotherapy help with nightmares?
Yes.
Bad nights.
Yes.
It's amazing. There's not much that it doesn't cover, is there?
No, it can cover an awful lot of things. Really, basically anything emotionally or psychologically based, it will be able to help with. And even some physical illnesses can be helped. I won't say cured, but the symptoms can be eased with the help of hypnosis, because it helps people to relax. And very often some illnesses can be made worse, or your symptoms made worse, because you're worrying about it. You tense up and you actually make it worse. That's not to say that relaxing and coping with the symptoms will make it go away, but it will help make you feel more comfortable and cope better with everyday life.
And you're making a name for yourself now, Lynn, because you've got a speciality, haven't you, within hypnotherapy, which is absolutely intriguing. Tell us about that once again.
That's the hypnogastric band, where I help people convince their minds that they've actually had a gastric band fitted around the top part of their stomach. And that helps them to eat less, and they don't feel hungry between meals either, and so automatically they start losing weight.
So you hypnotise them into thinking they're actually having this operation.
Yes.
You even create a smell, don't you?
That's right. Yes.
Of a hospital.
Yes, and I've got a sound track as well of the little monitors beeping away in a theatre, and the theatre staff chatting. Very effective.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Is that a totally new thing, or have hypnotherapists been using that one for a while? I know it's
been
niche,
around for a
isn't it?
while. Yes, it is. Yes. I can't remember when it was first developed, but it has now been around for a while in various different forms. Everybody tends to adapt it for their own use.
Yeah. And the success rate of hypnotherapy is generally around 80% for most things, isn't it?
It is, yes. Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
It is. It's great.
And so people should take it more seriously.
They should, yes.
Yeah. Now, your website, Lynn.
Yes. www.sylvan-therapies.com. sylvan-therapies.co.uk.
And that's Sylvan, SYLVAN, -therapies.co.uk. And you work in Bournemouth and in Wimborne.
I do, yes.
In Dorset.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Lynn, for joining us, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
This is a featured UK Talk Radio Top Business.